So, a lot has happened since the last time I did a walk around of the S Runner. There's some things that you may have noticed if you watch the walk around. It's definitely different. The biggest thing is, this is what happens when you text and drive. When you text and drive, kids, you're not fully paying attention to the road and you end up in a ditch. So, yeah, I was on my phone, I was being stupid and drove completely off the road and flew into a ditch, and when I backed out of it, the whole skirt was ripped off and I just seen it laying in the ground there. So, I learned a very important lesson there, not text and drive. And I also took off the plastic dip on the wheels. So 5 years ago, when I put the plastic dip on the rims, I put it on way too thin. So I found out if you put it on too thin, it is really hard to take off. So there's little pieces of residue, and yeah, I applied it way too thin. And also, this was all rusted over, and then I put some posi dip on the bumper here, but the rust is getting worse and worse to where it's coming through the plasti dip, or I don't know, it's just coming over it. So I gotta invest in something that will prevent the rust right there. And also, we hit 200,000 miles. It's at about 201,000 right now. And also, since I did the walk around of the truck, I broke a stud. I was rotating the tires, and one of the studs broke on this wheel here. So I had to replace that. But the biggest thing that I had to replace, I was going to the movie theater, misfire, and this was the problem. If I can get a good view right here. Here, this one's the worst. See, this little right here, it's not supposed to do that. So it was actually sparking outside of the combustion chamber, and it's also worn. So I'm very lucky that the spark plugs were the reason why it was misfiring, not something else, like something more serious. I thought that I would like the stock look when I went back to just the regular stock color of the rims here, but now with the tinted windows and all that, it's a lot better with black plasti dip. So maybe once in a while I'll probably put the plasti dip back on. And also, another big thing, when I was taking off the plasti dip and I had to use some WD-40, while I was letting that soak in, the 40, I tried to wax the hood here, and this hood is so out of shape that I just made it even worse. Like, there's swirl marks, and I just completely trashed the hood more than it was already trashed. So, and of course the tree sap is still on here. So, and the sun fade's getting worse. I tried to put some wax on the roof as well, and I think the wax is, it's doing its job to prevent even more, but it's a 200,000 mile truck now, so you'll have that. And my windshield banner is coming off here, not good. And this is the part that probably pissed me off the most. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. You can definitely see it from the inside, I believe. Yeah, you can definitely see the crack. I put it on defrost, and then when I came back outside, there was a whole crack that extended the whole length of the windshield. I mean, it was awful. So yeah, just a little small update. Cylinder misfire, spark plug issue, and of course, do not text and drive, kids. Don't text and drive. I learned the hard way. Today's date is March 27th, 2020. So right now we're in the coronavirus pandemic right now. I live in Green River, Wyoming, and we are, I mean, it's not as much of a scare here, but you know, people are still freaking out. Like Smith's is selling out all their toilet paper, their bread, their meat. It's kind of tricky to get there at the right time to get the supplies that you need, because everyone's freaking out and buying a bunch of shit. So, but our hotels are staying open. Go outside. Yeah, so all of our restaurants are still open, but we're just not allowed to go inside and eat. Like, we're not supposed to go in, sit down, and eat. We're supposed to have our order carry out. So, well, look at this. Wyoming is finally fixing their shit roads. That's a first. Can't go home without getting one of these.
Welcome back. How may I help you?
Could I get a large strawberry banana smoothie? And that's it.
Large strawberry banana smoothie, $3.98 first round, please.
Cool.